Why have we stopped getting joy from drawing? What changed? How did this happen? And most importantly, how can you start enjoying art again? Hello, this is Moonwalking. In this video we're going to talk about feeling disgusted with drawing and the loss of joy in creativity in general. Unfortunately, this topic is not new among creators. This is a continuation of the topics brought up in the last video. In this video we will try to close them. Here are a few reasons why you might have lost interest in art. Art becomes routine. If you have been drawing for a long time, creating your own projects or running art account on social media, then you are probably familiar with the feeling of responsibility to an audience or customer. Drawing at such moments is a tool for earning money, not a tool of self-expression. Responsibility before others force you to draw what you need, not what you want. And social media algorithms don't help. If you, like us, have watched a ton of videos how to become famous, you know that many of them repeat the same thing: consistency is the key. And indeed it is. Posting content constantly will build an audience for you, but the danger of this is burnout. If you permanently monitor the number of views, likes and comments, you will notice how even with a slight hitch between publications, views may decrease. This will make you feel that you need to post something new. It'll drive you crazy, because you get stuck in a never-ending cycle of publishing content. And we all want not only to draw, but also to live our lives. Another problem is when you become popular because of something specific. It could be a video format, a fandom, a meme, or anything. Then your audience will only be interested in that specific type of content. This is a real trap, because doing something that is interesting to people and not to you is difficult. You could have moved on to another direction for a long time ago, begin to be interested in other things, but image of you that others have will keep you in one place. But nobody wants to lose views, so the creators find themselves in a difficult situation. My opinion is that you don't need to limit yourself to one type of content. And there is nothing wrong with already being, for example, a popular comic artist, and starting to make animations or start making music or anything else. People are complex creatures, and it's normal that we can't do the same thing all our lives. For example, in addition to drawing, I create visual novels. I'm still a complete newbie though. So don't be afraid to disappoint your audience and try something new. Or if you take commissions, try to refuse those orders that you're not interested into. Misunderstanding yourself. Sometimes disgust to drawing appears due to a lack of understanding yourself. When you seem to be drawing something, but it's not what you would like it to look. When despair and lack of knowledge of what to do and how to do it lead to the point that you don't want anything. It could seem to you that you are not developing, and your style is stagnating. At times like these, it's easy to lose motivation or self-confidence, give up and stop trying. But the point is that you're making progress. Maybe slowly, maybe unnoticeably, but you never stand still. In moments of decline, it is easy to believe that everything was in vain and there is no progress, although this is actually not the case. If you compare your old drawings with your new ones, or pay attention to how your overall approach to creativity has changed over the years, you will realize that you have grown. Just because of the pursuit of skills, you stopped enjoying what you do. It may seem that everyone around is better than you. But the thing is, you don't have to be perfect. And you don't need to compare yourself with others. All you have to do is be yourself and surpass yourself. You don't need to copy what's popular or try to replicate someone else's success. You need to find something that truly inspires you personally and devote time to yourself. Refusal of being an artist due to the opinion of society. This may sound strange to people who have made a career out of it, or if in your country being artist is not stigmatized as bad, or unable to pay taxes. However, even now in other countries people still don't take artists seriously. In the minds of older generations, art is not associated with success or earnings, so many young artists, under pressure from parents, teachers and society, give up their dreams. This leads to the appearance of negative associations or even a complete refusal to draw. As we age, we ourselves could start becoming more skeptical and will be no longer as full of self-confidence as before. Therefore, we can independently block our access to self-expression by fear of others' opinion. The concept of an ideal life requires you to have a stable job that is socially acceptable. However, it's worth understanding that you don't have to try to please everyone, because it's impossible, guys. I tried, it's not working. But really listen to yourself and what you want to do. If you are choosing your profession and going to college, then don't be afraid to try something that you really like. Start a YouTube channel, blog or something similar to what you want to do in the future. And if you are already an adult, then don't be afraid to seem like a child and try drawing. Learning something from scratch at any age is difficult, but there is no shame in it. Don't ignore your inner child, as psychologists say. Develop at your own pace. How did this happen and how can I fix it? First, take a break. If you are tired and feel that you have neither the strength nor the desire to draw, then rest. It's okay to do nothing. Without such moments, success is impossible. Moments like these are needed for respite and often precede growth. Or maybe you want to change your activity and do something else. This is fine. Second, don't try to be perfect. Disgust and irritation when drawing can occur if you constantly demand too much from yourself. If you are dissatisfied with your results, you try to jump over your head and end up disappointed that you couldn't achieve your goal. You don't need to be perfect, and you don't need everyone to like your work. Beauty can be found everywhere. Art is not only a finished picture, but any stage of your work. From sketch to speed paint, try to move away from your usual path. Try to draw imperfectly. Trash art is what allows you to truly release your emotions. Third, learn new things. If you feel that drawing does not bring you joy and pleasure, then don't be afraid to switch from practice to theory again. Try sketching, quickly and constantly. You don't even have to think. 1,000 sketches will improve your skill more than 1,000 YouTube videos. Nothing can replace your experience directly. There is no need to rate yourself, because learning is normal, just like not knowing something. An artist learns all his life, and it is difficult, but beautiful in its own way. The secret is to stop measuring everything by the criteria of success. The 21st century has made us think that we need to monetize all our hobbies, that we need to be better than others, and algorithms have turned artists into content production machines. But the problem is that we are not robots who can do the same things at the same level all the time. Art is about thoughtful work, about a part of yourself in your work. We lost the pleasure of drawing because we began to treat it too strictly, we began to perceive it as factory production. We all need to become a little less hard on ourselves and learn to enjoy the process. Thank you for watching.